Yes, access my microphone. Yes. I'm bringing YouTube on. All right, there we go. Whew. I should probably stand up sometime. My squeaky chair so I get a new one. So beautiful people. Happy Friday. I'm back. Everybody enjoyed their day. Extra sleep yesterday? Possibly you may have not slept in. Shayla, girl, peace and blessings. Everyone not entering. What? Everyone not entering. I'm lost. I'm lost, Shayla. What you mean? Everyone not entering. I don't know. I don't know what you mean. It just kind of went over my head, I think. Oh, you was correcting your typo. You still correcting it? All right, beautiful people. We ain't gonna get that far here today. All right, y'all. Happy Friday. It is March the 18th, 2022, day 58 of year 4, reading through the books of the Law and the Prophets, and of the 4-year consecutive day count, day 1076. That means we've been at it 1,076 days, y'all, without the Sabbath. We take the Sabbath, so reread my greeting. Betwabu, peace and blessings entering. Oh, okay. Peace and blessings entering. Okay. That was my mistake. Oh. No, oh, I did it again. Okay. Betwabu, peace and blessings, everyone. Girl, I'm slow. I was a little slow catching on. Okay. All right. Had to sink in for a second. Okay. All right, y'all. Today we are reading, we still in the, let's see, hold on, I'm going to write it down before I say it. Tablet M.1 through 9. We still in tablet M.1 through 9 series of tablets that are, they're not combined together, but they're all combined together in this particular tablet. So we're going to read 7 and possibly 8 today within this series. And then we're going to hop over to my big toe. All right, y'all. So let's get started. And I think we finished that chapter. No, we didn't. Chapter 29. So we definitely going to finish it today, possibly. It's only like we only got like 2 pages left. write that down. Oh, great spirit. Good morning, good morning. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. Uncle JB. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. All right, y'all. All right. May y'all continue to give us peace and understanding and wisdom as we grow. Right? Okay. And that's our opening. I think I'm going to stand up today because I'm tired of my little rickety chair. We actually went looking for one just like it yesterday. Even checked Big Lots. I think, no, we got this one from Sam's Club. But we went to Sam's Club yesterday as well because I really like this bar stool. If my legs get tired, I'm going to just sit down. But for now, I'm going to just stand up. I'll turn the fan because I'll probably get hot. Until I found one that's high enough. Maybe I'll just stand, right? It's good for my back. I can stretch it out. Okay. All right, y'all. Tablet 7 in the complete Annunaki Bible. Tablet 7 within tablet M1-9. Okay. And it's still the translation along with the language that's in here. And I'm just going to read the English translation. But if you want to go back, like I said before, and read the other language it was translated from, by all means do. It'll kind of save us some time without me stumbling over all these foreign words. I got enough time pronouncing the English language, so. Okay. My hand is Manzad, my scorpion. She, the sorceress, gathers her spells. I cover you like the rainbow in the sky. I blow on you like the north wind, the west wind. I destroy your clouds and dispel your bad weather. Because we took a break, I should have just reiterated what this tablet was. This is the Maklu tablets. Hold on, let me go back. 3. A quick overview. Yeah, the book of Maklu and the Maklu rituals. So pretty much everything that's with the tablets within this particular tablet is all about different curses and how to banish them or exorcise demons. It says, let me read this. The Maklu series of 9 Babylonian tablets illustrates an extended ritual or combination of incantations by which the priest calls on the powers of Annunaki chief gods Anu, Enki, Enlil, and Marduk, especially Enki and Marduk, to curse, banish, or exorcise all of the evildoers and wickedness of society in an elaborate ceremonial effort. Okay. I'm gonna pick back up where I just left off. I destroy your clouds and dispel your bad weather. I destroy the sorcery you have gathered up both night and day, and all malefic messages you send my way. Nibiru, boat of heaven's crossing, calls. The harbor calls. The sailors are resting all the while. The sailors are resting all the while. The door and boat are wrapped up. The incantations are laid down of Siduri and Ningish Zida. The sorcery, the incantations, the evil speech, the evil word of my sorcerer and sorceress should not come near, will not come in. The door or the gate is barred. They should not enter the house. Ningish Zida, throw them out. May they kneel down to catch their helpers. May God, King and Master, look at their evil unfavorably. In the power of my God and King, the sorceress will not escape. But I act in alignment with Marduk, the master of magicians. Marduk, Asaruludu, master of the incantations, made everything I have done here to be successful. May the sorceries you have conjured against me turn into wind. I sanctify you, myself. I sanctify you, the whole of my body, like the Sumukwan sanctifies his cattle, the ewe with her lamb, the gazelle with her kid, the she-donkey with her foal, like the plow sanctifies the earth, and the earth receives from the plow its seeds. I have conjured an incantation upon myself. May it sanctify me and drive evil away. May they tear away the sorcery from my body, the great gods. Pure oil, clean light oil, shining oil, oil pure which cleanses the gods. oil which soothes the muscles of humans, oil consecrated to the incantation of Enki, oil of the incantation of Marduk, Asaruludu. I have let you drip with the oil that cleanses, that Enki has given forth to heal with. I have rubbed you with the oil of life, have placed you next to the incantation of Enki, Lord of Eridu and Ningi Kug. Let me read that again. I have rubbed you with the oil of life, have placed you next to the incantation of Enki, Lord of Eridu, and Ningi Kug have chased away the Asku, or the Caesar. The chill is removed from your body. I have removed the frightful sound, the fear, the trembling of your body, have healed the tendons of your ailing members. Upon Enki, Lord of the deep, with the formula of Enki, along with the incantation of Marduk, Asaruludu. After Marduk, it has Asaruludu in brackets. Clothed in the large garments of Gula, with the healing hands of Ningid Nuga and of Nina Hakudu, master of incantation, let name, son of name, know. Enki and you, incantation of life. May the 7 Apkalu of Eridu heal his body. Enlil is my head. The star Kaksisa is my form. Enlil is my head. The star Kaksisa is my form. The forehead is Samaz, usually light of crescent. My arms are the curved sword of the gate of Marduk. My ears are a divine tablet. My stomping feet are a snake. You, great gods, who are lit in the heavens, like the evil sorceries, spell, and malediction, do not come near you or even push up close. So may the baneful sorceries, spells, and malediction not come near to me or even push up close against me. Who are you, sorceress? You who has an image of me, who has observed my form and fashioned an image, has seen my strength, has fashioned my image, has studied the shape of my form, has reproduced carefully my features, has bound my appendages, members, has bound up my appendages, members, has distorted my nervous system. But Enki, enchanter of the gods, has sent me. In front of Samaz, I have drawn your image. I have drawn your image. I have observed your strength. I have made your image and caught the shape of your form. I have duplicated your image using pure flour. I have bound your appendages. I have bound up your appendages. I have distorted your nervous system. I have conjured on you the spell that you did cast on me. I have let your evil encounter. I have let you have your evil encounter that getting tongue tied. I have let you have your evil encounter that you suffered me. I have let you have your revenge that you suffered me. Your sorcery, your spells, your evil, your malignance, your evil plans, your evil messages, your love, hate, imbalance, and murder, your disease and calamities, may your head stop thinking. With pure water of my body, purifying water of my hands, may your evil be removed and fold to your head and form that I may live. Yeah, that's what it says. And fold, F-O, and fold to your head and form. That don't make sense. Trina, hey girl, hey. Okay. With pure water of my body, purifying water of my hands, may your evil be removed and fold to your head and form that I may live. Maybe that should be woe. I don't know. Okay. May divine grace bless me and good fortune come to me. Zoe, Betsawabu, Betsawabu. Mom, shalom, shalom. I'm going to read your whole comment, Zoe. She said, Betwabu, everyone. May we all be joyful for for where we currently are in our awakening and our increasing development in this entire journey as a whole. Yes and amen. I love that. Thank you. Catcher of catchers, sorceress of sorceresses, who in the streets has spread their net, whose eye dart about in the city square. She targets the men in the city. With the men of the city, she has targeted me too. The girls of the city, she cavorts with. With the girls of the city, she cavorts with me too. I seek against you, Kurgaras and Esibi. I will break your bindings. May warlocks bewitch you, but I will break your bindings. May witches bewitch you, but I will break your bindings. Kurgaras bewitch you, but I will break your bindings. And it doesn't say what Kurgaras is, but it might be an evil spirit or another spirit that's more fierce than it, than the sorcerer and sorceress. Kurgaras bewitch you, but I will break your bindings. Isibu bewitch you, but I will break your bindings. Narcindus bewitch you, but I will break your bindings. Snake charmers bewitch you, but I will break your bindings. Agu Gilu bewitch you, but I will break your bindings. I devour your face. I rip out your tongue. I fill your eyes with my spit. That might be our title for today. We'll see. I devour your face. I rip out your tongue. I fill your eyes with my spit. I make your arms loose. It says loose. Maybe that's right. I make your arms loose their strength. No, it's loose because what they have in brackets. Okay. I make your arms. That's a typo. Let's remove one of these O's. Okay. I make your arms lose their strength, and in brackets it says literally to become weak. It could be loose. I guess it could mean the same thing. I make your arms lose their strength, literally to become weak. And for you to eat, I leave out rotten refuse. And everything you have conjured against me, I turn back onto your head. Your enchantment and magic, the sorcery of your sorceress, the sorcery of your sorcerer. Inky, father of magicians, has undone it all and turned it into water. May your evil mouth be filled with dirt from the earth. May your evil tongue be tied up with a string. All this by the decree of Enbilulu, master of life. Your bound knots, your evil spells and evil manifestations, your evil intentions spoken. Marduk, Asaraladu, master of magicians, has done and removed all of this. May your evil mouth be filled up with dirt from the earth. May your evil tongue be tied up with a string. All this by the decree of Enbilulu, master of life. I have washed my hands, I have purified my body in pure waters which come from Eridu proper. May all diseased spirits, all of the evil spirits and misfortune that in my body, my form, and my being exists, anxiety by way of evil and unfavorable dreams, harbingers of doom, anxiety by way of false dreams, evil visions and misfortune, by laying of hands, strangulation of life, of divination, by all of that which I see every day, and that which I step upon in the street and what I see around me, the evil sedu, the evil utuku, illness, headache, upset, terror, fear, quivering, worry, depression, apathy, pains, aches, cramps, leprosy, more fear, obsession, terror, sin, the unfavorable hand and wrath of gods, curses born of oaths to God, and the oath swearing raised hand, sorcery, spells, evil manifestations of humans, may they all, with the clean water of my body and hands, be sent to the deceiver whose image is before me. Oh boy, they gonna have a terrible night. May they all, with the clean water of my body and hands, be sent to the deceiver whose image is before me. May my sin carry my image instead of me. May the causeway and path cleanse me of the sin. May the grace of the highest bless me. May favorable conditions come to me. I have lived through this experience enough. May it now turn favorably toward me. May the day bring health, the month bring joy, and the year its prosperity. Enki, Samas, and Marduk come to my aid. May the evil sorcery, the evil spells all be dissolved to nothingness. May the evil manifestations of men and the baneful oath sword all leave my body. And that was the end of the first part. And so the next few verses is an incantation before dawn. Dawn is coming forth. My hands are washed. My iniquity is cleansed. My sin is absolved. Because the sorceress has enchanted me. The wicked witch has made me sick. Samas, I call on you to bring me salvation. May the earth protect me. Then the next section is an incantation for at dawn. Dawn has come forth. The doors have opened. The traveler has passed through the gate. The messenger has taken to the road. Witch, hey, did you try to bewitch me? Enchantress, hey, did you try to enchant me? Well, now I am freed with the radiant light of the rising sun. Whatever witchcraft you believe you have done, may it all turn back upon you. Yes, you. The next section is incantations for right after dawn. The first one was before dawn. The one we just read was at dawn. And this one is right after dawn. Morning, glorious morning. Honestly, my sorcerer and sorceress have plucked at their cords like minstrels at the head of my bed guards, Lugo Edina. I send you from my gate, Palil, and from my bed, Lugo Edina. Your speech will turn around on you like a flood on the streets. Your sorceries, charms, and spells will come back to seize you, yes, you. In dawn time, my hands have been cleansed. May a prosperous beginning start for me. May happiness and good fortune ever follow alongside me. Wherever it is that I desire, may I obtain my desires. Whenever I dream, may those be favorable, and keep away anything evil, anything malevolent, any evil enchantment of the sorcerer and sorceress, by the decree of Enki, Samas, Marduk, and the queen, lady of the gods of heaven, of the heavens. And then the next few lines, it says, it has the language, but it says unreadable text. Then it says, in adi tapu ha ukaka beli samas. And that's the opening line of the next tablet in the series. Then it says, tupu 7 kam maklu. Here ends the 7th tablet of the Maklu. And so now we start with the 8th tablet of Maklu. Amanda, shalom, shalom. All right. And so it actually starts off unreadable text throughout the tablet. And it just goes down for the rest of the page. And it picks back up with what can be translated. After the sorceress has crossed the river, she escaped me by going under the deep. My sorceress sits lonely in Nibiri. My sorceress sits lonely on the shore. She still seeks me, seeks her revenge. May the upquall of the deep go to her. All right, babe, love you too.
I text you what?
Okay.
I text you.
Okay. Don't forget, 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock it is.
All right.
Don't forget.
All right. You coming back here or shall we meet you?
Y'all gonna meet me, but don't forget, you gotta be at the warehouse.
Right. I'm going to get them up. They going to get fully dressed because we ain't going to be able to come back.
Nah, you're not gonna be. Okay.
Okay. All right. May the qual of the deep go to her. Let her taste the clever wisdom of Enki, king of the deep. May you rejoice with Enki, king of the deep. May my paralysis and anger be subsided, my fear be removed. I have held fear against you, but now I wash my hands of their images. With chicory, pine, and cypress, with the dilbat weed that cleanses humans, I have washed my hands. Pure I have become, like the water, more than she can. Her sorceries in the desert, may they rot. I carry away her words to the wind, and every enchantment she has manifested, I throw to the wind. After Sumukwan had begun the victory song on the mountains, and everyone had ascended to cut tamarisk, the mother and father sat down. They convened to counsel the brother and sister. Whoever you are, sorceress, who I have now bewitched, witch who has bewitched, and who I have now bewitched, may your spells be wind. May your spells be lost in a storm. May your spells be grains of dust that fly up in your face. And then it goes on with the language, unreadable text, unreadable text, unreadable text. Then it picks back up. And may eagles and vultures scour your dead body. Pain and fear, may it befall you. Oh. Hound and bitch, may they tear you apart. Hound and bitch, may they tear your flesh away. By the decree of Enki, Samaz, Marduk, and the goddess Ma, you are my strength like a shield. You are the guardian god of my form. You are my image, my barrier wall. Hey, spellcrafter. Hey, evildoer. You are finished. The same for a murderess, the same for the remover of life, the same for friendly breakers, the same for the seizing disease, the same for worldly injustice, the same for hate, the same for violence, the same for all the evils of the world. Great God, you are mine and I am yours. May none but me counsel with you. May evil never come close to you. By the decree of Enki, Samas, Marduk, and the queen, Ma, Tapu 8 Camp Maklu. Here ends the 8th tablet of the Maklu. And the next one is, this actually is almost the end. We'll read it. We'll read this one, this next one. Yeah, this is the last one before tablet N actually begins. Okay, this is the last tablet. What was the last number? 8? Okay, so that's 9. They're using Roman numerals, y'all, so I had to go through it, go ahead of it. Okay, the last tablet in the Maklu series, tablet 9, and then it starts off unreadable text in the next 20 lines, and it has reference 77 at the beginning. It says, very unfortunately, the final tablet of the Maklu series, also known as the ceremonial tablet, is mostly destroyed. This tablet confers important ritual information to the priest-magician conducting the rites. Great effort has been used based on the fragments still available to paraphrase the text, and combined effort between editor and translator for this, a combined effort between editor and translator for this edition with an exclamation point. Okay, so here's what they came up with, the paraphrase. They paraphrased what they was able to put together, right? So, when you perform the rites of the Maklu tablet series, follow the following methods. When using the incantations that describe an object, have a representation of that object. When defacing the material images, follow a like is like preference. So a figure of salt can be crushed, of dough can be eaten or devoured. An image of wax should be held over a fire until the wax drips, all following in correlation within the series text. If necessary, the incantations may each be recited 3 times during their cycle, but be sure to follow the prescribed chronology sequence of the series, since there is an intentional purpose behind the Maklu being given, as it is from the Babylonian sources that venerate Enki and Marduk. And then it has unreadable text right there. Lavon, hey girl, hey. So what it's pretty much saying, like, say if you're doing, and somebody sent me an email asking about candle magic. If you watch, I don't even remember who it was. I just kind of checked over the emails real quick, and I don't remember the name. But it's somebody that doesn't normally come in every day. I've seen them before, but they asked me something about candle magic. But if you watch this, I don't really necessarily engage in candle magic, right? People, okay. The whole purpose of us going through some of this stuff is not to necessarily teach you how to do a certain type of magic, right? Because what do I always say? I am the candle. I don't necessarily, when I go and do my prayers or whatever you want to call them, right? When I talk to the Most Holy, I'm not necessarily using other objects to help me in my prayers, right? That's just what I understand about myself, and all that I need, I already have within me. Right now, some people may use candles because it just kind of helps with the process, right? Just like you're learning something, learning math, you need something to manipulate with your hands. That's the same way, right? Which is what they were just explaining here. So if you have a candle and this is, and you're doing something against somebody that's working something against you, and you do something like, may your face melt like wax, right? So it was just saying, take the candle, and as a representation of what you want to happen, i.e. their face melting like wax from a candle, you would light that candle and watch it melt, right? Like, may your face melt like this. So they're using things to represent what they're saying. That's simply all it is when you see people doing magic and stuff. But I guess if you want to use church terms, if your faith is built high enough, you don't need all that extra stuff, right? Remember, I was talking to my mom about this the other day. Remember Last Dragon, that whole, if you missed that one, go back and watch that video. Whereas in the title has the Last Dragon in it, right? Remember Leroy was looking for the final master, his final teacher, after he got done at the very beginning of the movie, The Last Dragon. He was in there sparring with his master with the little wooden dummy and everything, right? So he was doing all this, and he was being engaged while he was waiting. He was looking for the arrow with the blue piece of tape on it, right? So that the master, while he was sparring with the wooden dummy, the master was shooting different arrows, right? And so all of this was a culmination of his training over the years. He had to be aware without being aware of what was coming, meaning that you were always in go mode. You were turned on all the time, meaning, or you are one with the source of the creator all the time, so you can pick up on the different energies, frequencies, all that stuff, right? Whichever terms you want to use. But that's essentially what was happening. So when the master finally shot the last arrow, it was the one with the blue piece of tape around it. Mind you, all the other arrows that the master had shot towards Bruce Leroy while he was fighting, it was like, yeah, he didn't even look, bop, 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 chopping up the ones. But then he had got down and he was fighting with the wooden dummy, and then all of a sudden he reached up and he caught it. And the master was like, how did you know? And Bruce Leroy caught it just by out of pure coincidence. Now, I ain't even going to say coincidence, but he had been training long enough. He was able to feel it. He wasn't looking at the master trying to see what arrows. He was just engaged with the wooden dummy. But he could hear the arrows coming in towards him, and he would chop them away till the last one came and he caught it, instead of chopping it. And the master looked at him. Bruce Leroy was like, I did it. And that was the test for the final level where he was at. And the next level of the dragon, or the next level, is now it was actually, he was going on the search for the final master. He wanted that last dragon emblem. Every time you move up a level in whatever martial art it is, you get a belt, or you get a patch or whatever. They just happen to have the patches in the movie, and they were it was the last dragon in the circle. And so after he had caught this, he was like, okay, master, next level. Who is my teacher? Matter of fact, he was like, okay, what's next? He said, that's it. You're done with me. I am no longer your teacher. I'm no longer your master. Well, what am I supposed to do? He pretty much said, you'll figure it out. Well, tell me where I'm supposed to go. Where's the next master? Right? And so this is kind of, I love The Last Dragon because it symbolizes really, really good the growth of whether you want to call us believers. I don't label myself a Christian. For some people, neither do I tell you that I'm preaching the gospel of Jesus Christ. If you ain't, somebody said, I'm like, you ain't really been coming to my channel long enough, right? You really don't know what I be talking about. I thought you was preaching the gospel. And I'm like, when did I ever say? I mean, granted, earlier videos when I first started. But if you've been here at least a month, right? Okay. So, but anyway, it represents the full growth. We're all about growth here. We're all about not being scared to search into stuff to make sure we got the right information to grow spiritually. That's what we all about here, right? We are truth seekers, and we're not afraid to go into some places that will seem not so Christ-like, just to see what's in there. If there's something in there that we need to help us with all the other information that we're searching through, right? We're putting together a puzzle, and we are the puzzle piece searchers, the puzzle piece put togetherers, whatever you want to call us. We're truth seekers. We're trying to figure it out, all of us together, right? So, but the whole point, and I'm talking about this all started from the little candle, having stuff while you're doing your prayers or magic, because people doing prayers, they use these things too. People in the church do this same stuff. If they're praying about something, a lot of times you will see them, they get representations of things, right? Everybody is doing the same exact thing. But Christianity tell you everybody else that's doing it is witchcraft. Don't I'm like, y'all, let me just take y'all over here. I'm gonna open up the door and cut on the light for y'all to look at this, right? Let's just look at it. Don't it seem like Gothic John is doing the same thing as Sister Betty? Look, if we cut the sound down, pay attention to Gothic John and pay attention to Sister Betty. You don't believe me? Okay. Well, look at Gothic Tina and look at Sister Mary. Cut the sound down. Just look at what they're doing. The same thing, right? Everybody doing the same thing. The things that you use, the candles, it's a manipulator to help you, to give you faith to believe what it is you're praying or asking the creator or asking the unseen forces, the angels, whatever you want to call them, to help you with, right? But it's there to help you. Not that it's going to do anything in the unseen realm. They don't use any of these things. It's us who don't understand. Us that are still trapped in this human teaching flesh suit, right? We need those things. The unseen realm doesn't need those things, but it helps us, right? So Bruce Lee, because he kept begging, he said, well, just give me something, Master. He said, okay. He said, how will I know I find the Master? He said, okay. You saw the Master, okay, Leroy. It was like, what can I, he probably thinking, I said, well, what can I get his food? Okay. Here you go. He said, but it wasn't a Mario wallet, y'all. It was that gold medallion. Like if you win a medal for running track, it was something like that. A big medallion. It was a coin. He said, this, when you find the Master, give him this coin. Okay, well, who am I looking for? He said, some dumb goy. He said, okay, some dumb goy. Okay, where can I find this some dumb goy? He said, right here in the city, right? I think it was New York, right here in New York or whatever it was, right? He said, okay, so now he needed something. Come back, fast forward the movie. He doing all he lost it, getting into a street fight. Then Lady Laura picked it up. He found out Lady Laura had it. And so she was like, oh, he said, yeah, I'm looking for this thing. She invited him over to the place, and I'm looking for this thing. Oh, this is like, oh, you found it, right? He coveted this thing that his master gave him. Master looking like, what can I get his fool? I need to get him out my dojo. Get on out of here, get to your next level, fool. Right? And so, here, take this. And so he coveted this thing. He had more trust and honor in this thing that, for one, meant absolutely nothing to his previous teacher. But he can't tell Leroy that, listen, dummy, you are the master, right? He couldn't just tell him that because he wouldn't have been able to receive it. That last level, which is kind of like the level, I mean, not our final level, but it's that next level of awareness where you have to realize, wait a minute, I've been learning all of this because I am the master and I can manipulate the elements. I wield the power. He had to come to that realization on his own. That's why even though the previous master knew, he couldn't tell him that because it wouldn't have clicked for him. Just like people that come here, if you're not ready for that level of awareness, it just look like, who is this girl? This Oh, she kind of funny. She said, but there's some of them. I thought she, they just don't get it, right? That level of awareness and probably a few other levels above that level of awareness that you are the master. Before that clicks in, they got to go through them levels. It's different levels of awareness. So fast forward to the end of the movie, and so he come back all mad and pissed. Had to fight these dudes at the some dumb goy. Found out that the master was a machine. He came back. Master, why have you lied to me? You said to give this the master to some dumb machine, a fortune cookie machine. And said, the master was like, he was like, why did you lie to me, master? The master probably sitting here like, all this time you've been gone, you still ain't figured this out, Leroy. I know I done trained you with all these levels you can pass with flying colors. Your common sense hasn't kicked in yet. Like, you do not realize all this time you've been training that it was leading you up to this. Like, it still hasn't clicked with you yet. You still coming back here crying about the master. Like, and that you can see that, like, people fighting over the name of Jesus and all this. Oh my gosh, don't you talk about my Lord like that. I'm like, y'all freaking idiots. Do you not realize it was a story made up for you to help you realize that you are the master? You ain't trying to find Jesus. You're trying to develop in you those same things that they said Jesus did, right? But if you never even get into the habit of prayer and meditation or doing some of them things that Jesus did or whatever you want to call him today, Yeshua, Yahusha, Yahawashai, and it's not to disrespect anybody that's still on lower levels that really believes that, right? Because things that happen for you on them lower levels based on where you're at. Just like, not saying that those lower levels are absolutely not needed. They absolutely are. They will get you to where you need to go. So ain't no slight against, I ain't talking down on anybody that's on any other level, right? But something really dawned on me yesterday. We had to go to the store. After we had got done doing what we needed to do, we went to the store and we had to get Bella, because she's growing. So we had to, as girls grow, underwear, clothes get tight, right? So we had to upgrade some of her stuff, right? So we had to get her some bigger things because she's growing, and some things she got is squeezing her. So while I was there and I was looking through the stuff, picking out the size, it just dawned on me. Like, I have these moments whether I'm working with the kids or washing dishes, and the spiritual principle, the awareness will finally set in. And this is where what I'm explaining to you today, like the level of awareness and being babies and growing, this kind of where it really cemented it in for me. So as we was looking for the sizes, she over there picking like, Mom, I love these. They were pretty panties, right? It had some of the characters she liked from Frozen, but it was the wrong size. No, baby. Okay, let's see if they got it in a smaller size for you. Those are way too big. So she's just picking out what she see. Like, oh, I want that. Like us when we're growing, I want that gift. And give me that spiritual gift. And this is, okay, maybe a little bit later, you need to grow in that. But let's get you some smaller panties, okay? Okay? We'll get you some smaller panties that you can actually fit right now. Right? It's the same thing. But, listen. As Bella grows, she can. She's like, Mom, these panties are tight. And she just won't wear them, right? She's growing, right? It's like that guy, little coat. If you try to wear something that's too tight for you or something that you've grown out of, it's going to begin to irritate you. You wear tight panties, tight drawers, it's going to cut off your circulation. It's going to leave marks on your booty cheeks, around the creases of your thigh, and where your pelvis meets, and all of those things. But the same thing happened to us spiritually, right? If we grow out of a certain level where we should be moving on, everything, if we don't move, we're going to get frustrated. Everything is going to become a source of frustration because you can no longer fit these clothes while you're still trying to put them on your big butt. Get some bigger clothes, right? Same thing spiritually. Why are you still sitting in this place? There is nothing else that they can teach you here, right? Other people coming in, they may not be at the level, but you have surpassed the level of everybody else here. You have to go, right? If you don't go, you're going to become frustrated. And when you become too frustrated, you're going to frustrate everybody else there, and you're going to make a mess. And they not in the wrong, you in the wrong. You should have gone. They're still learning. It's time for you to go. Go to the next level. The next master is waiting for you. Hard head, right? Listen. So I was there. I was like, no, Tootie. Those are too big. Let's go down. Over here. We got to come down a few sizes. Over here. Let's see what pretty ones they got over here. Oh, I like the, okay. We'll get this, and we'll get this one. We'll get this one. But all of these are your size. See this number right here? This is the number we're looking for you right now. Got to wait a few years for those sizes over there. Okay, mommy. And so we get them. But as we was doing that, it just like, I got a whole revelation after I got done talking to her. And I was just standing there in the store, and I just started kind of laughing to myself. I'm like, would you look at that, right? So you know how you're growing spiritually. And I kind of talk about, I'm going to have to stop talking about Christians. I really am. Because I had these moments of clarity. I'm like, man, darn it. I feel bad that I even said that now. And I done joked on them real bad. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I ain't get it. I guess I was the one frustrating the class, huh? Look, so it's like when you know how people say, even if they are using like and we'll just use this because this is what we deal with, right? Especially most of us come out of church, right? So you know how we grow, and we grow in stages. We ain't using Jesus. There wasn't even a J in the Hebrew. It wasn't even Jesus. It was Yeshua. Then you transition from Yeshua to Yahusha or Yahawashah, whichever version. But you just kind of changing the levels as you learn more, right? And you just adjust yourself. Just like when you're still in the church and you're still calling on the name of Jesus and you're praying and you're asking for things and it happened for you, but you were using the name of Jesus, right? What I understand now, all of that really doesn't matter for real. What the unseen realm is looking for is your spiritual growth, right? Now, the Creator can read the intents of the heart and what we're really looking for. And depending on where the level we are, will determine what's showered down upon us, the prayers that are answered, right? So it's like a lot of times growing up with your parents, children don't even really have to ask for stuff. The parents are already aware that you need these things, right? Although if the parents wait a little bit too long, babies may get a little fussy, right? But if you stay on top of it, if you time in the feedings, right? Okay, every 2 hours, the baby want to eat. So you just prepare before the baby get too fussy. And especially if you're nursing, if the baby get too fussy, baby going to be crying, they ain't going to be able to latch on. It's going to be a whole horror show trying to get the baby to latch on, baby not realizing, hey, the teat is right here, quit crying, baby. But you didn't upset the baby so bad. Now he's just gonna probably, he or she gonna cry himself to sleep until they tired of crying. You got to get them calmed down now, right? You done waited too long. But just like, let's just say you stay on top of your game, right? And you're aware of your children's needs. You get up, you know they're gonna need to eat in the morning. You know they're gonna need a bath. So it's not like, okay, mother, cook dinner for me. I need to eat by here. Children don't have to do that. The parents are aware, just like the Creator is aware of certain things we need. So it just give it to us without us even asking. I know what you need. I know what you have need of before you even ask me, right? And so you just do it for them. And it's there. And it's like, oh, these wonderful blessings. Bless the Lord. The Lord is blessing me everywhere. Not knowing that you're still a toddler. And that's okay. And then, like I said, I got to start easing up. I got this whole revelation of what's really happening. And that's okay if that's the level where you're at. Blessed be the most holy that you're getting those blessings. You're being taken care of, right? Just like parents. Okay, make sure this is done. Okay, sometime you wait to go shopping till the summertime when school about to come back in. Some people shop all year or whatever. Depending on how fast you grow, right? School year about to come up. I know I need to get your school supplies. I'm going to go ahead and get this. Kids ain't thinking about that. They plan. They probably will on summer vacation, but the parents are already thinking ahead of time what's coming up and what you need. So I'm going to go ahead and get it now. So ain't going to be no breaks in the show, no stops in the show. Everything is already prepared for you. You just walking into it as you grow, right? There is a whole period of time that happens where all your needs are taken care of by your parents ahead of time without you even having to ask for anything, right? Just like spiritually, there are things that are just taken care of for us by our Creator, by our Father, without us even having to ask. I know what you have need of before you even ask me. I got you, G. I got you, boo. I already got that. I know you're gonna need that tomorrow. It's already there. And we walking into it and it's blowing our mind. The Lord loved me so much. And I understand the process a little bit better today than I did 2 days ago, right? Okay. But it's the same way. But as you get a little bit older and you are growing, you become a little bit more dependent, a little bit more self-sufficient. we are required to begin doing some of those things for ourselves. If you are 7 years old, and it start kind of early too. Like Bella, she know how to fully dress herself, bathe herself, and really good too. Really good. And she's 5 years old. Sis be trying to cook 5-course meals, right? Because I'm in the kitchen a lot. She pay attention and she like to help. You can just see the independency developing. Different children do it a little faster, a little slower. But as you get older, you're required. I don't necessarily require her to do those things because she's still younger. Some things are cooking, I'm there. No, you can't get up and cook while everybody in the house sleep. None of us might wake up, right? None of that stuff. But y'all get what I'm saying, right? But as you get older, if I still need to come in and get you dressed when you're 14 years old, there's a problem. Matter of fact, I'm like, if you don't get your lazy tail up, if there is nothing wrong with you medically or no accident, anything, y'all get what I'm saying, but good health and everything, but you just lazy, first of all, what you think this is? Right? I'm going to start, I'm going to start, no. And sometimes we get like that spiritually, where we think all them previous days where you were in toddler, baby stage where things was just given to you. Like, wait, where is my food? Why aren't you waiting on me? If you don't get your lazy tail up and do it for yourself, and that's how we become spiritually a lot of times. And we become stagnant and things just get crazy for us. Now we start blaming everything on the devil. Devil, like, wait a minute, hold up. I ain't even been to their city in 4 months. I don't know what they're talking about. So Satan standing up there before God, like, wait a minute, they lying on me. Like, seriously, roll the tape. They got, look, everybody got rings and stuff. Roll the tape. I ain't been in that city in 2 months. They lying. They lazy, right? They ain't doing what you told them to do, God, right? You know, and that's how it is a lot of times. So I said all that. We was talking about this burning candle and the thing. So Bruce Leroy comes back. And he said, what is this? Then why did you give me this? The master just kind of chuckled. He was like, I'm going to just kind of paraphrase. It was like, Leroy, you needed something. So I gave you something. I gave you the medallion, told you it was very priceless. Give this to the master when you find him. Apparently, you haven't found the master yet. You realize that I done pretty much sent you up. Well, why did you lie to me, master? Why did you lie to me? You know, and he said, just tell me what a master is. All right. So he turned around. I'm like, oh, Leroy got to be smarter than this. He turned around, got him something else. Get him a fortune cookie. And so Leroy like, yes, something else. Like, have you not been paying attention now? So he takes the fortune cookie, cracks it open. And it's just a fortune. And he's looking like, master, why are you playing with me? And the master started laughing. He said, okay, Leroy, okay. I'm sick of playing with you. He did like this, think, Leroy, right? And he said, everything, and I forget the whole little paraphrase of what he said, but it made so much sense spiritually that it's like, oh, the lights finally came on. And what happens is to bring out for you to realize that at that final level, not necessarily the final level, but before you even go into bigger levels, where you have to get an awareness in here. And I think that's where I believe a lot of people who come out of the church and maybe they found themselves in Hebrew camps, but they're getting frustrated there. It's like, okay, now we're at this point. They're at the point of frustration where Bruce Leroy was at, right? Why are you lying to me? Well, when is Yahweh shot coming? We still stuck in Babylon. And the master like, think, Leroy. Right? So I'm here telling you, I'm like, Y'all accusing me of all kind of blasphemy and everything, saying I don't believe in Jesus no more, like all this stuff. I mean, I don't. I understand it now. I'm saying it myself, and I know that sounds like blasphemy to Christian ears. But what I'm trying to explain to y'all all this time is the person you're waiting to come save you. It's been here all the time. It's you. You are the master. Every single person individually that wants to be broken free, you have to do it yourself. It's that level that Leroy was looking for. And when you don't get it, You got to turn the heat up so we can bring out everything that we've already taught you up to this level, right? There's no master come get you, and if you don't get it, you can get your butt kicked. Go ahead, bring out the next one. Boom. Oh, you fighting? Oh my God, somebody save me, Jesus. Yeah, somebody. You not like, come on, think, Leroy, think, right? All this time we've been training you. All these just think you hollering and screaming and getting down in fetal position and stuff, and they're like, oh, okay, give him a little break, Nobody, y'all just gonna stand around. Where's my help? And you getting mad, screaming to the sky, screaming, where was you at, Jesus? And everybody, Jesus too, they'll get it sooner or later. Send another one in tomorrow. Turn up the heat a little bit higher. Make sure their skill level at least one notch higher than the last one was, right? Because we've trained them to be a 97th degree black belt, but it ain't kicked in yet. That they got all them skills already inside of them. They got to realize that they got to do it right. Okay, so you done barely caught your breath. Now here come another trial, tribulation. You screaming, Jesus, oh my God, help me, Jesus. You know, whatever it is you screaming, whoever you calling to, right? And all of them standing back. All the ascended masters standing back. Like, my bruh, you don't realize this is the final test. You want to join the ranks of the ascended masters? You want to become an angel? You got to pass this level. They don't even realize they had to fight. Look, y'all, ascended masters, Jesus, Buddha, whoever you want to call, they don't realize they right here at this level that we all had to go through, right? As the story is given, right? You don't even realize, you didn't even have that understanding, especially if you haven't been diligent, for one, whether it's you reading your Bible or whatever religious book it is, right? Everybody starts at one of these levels when they're born into the earth. No matter if you're born into a Christian household, a Catholic household, a Buddhist household, an Islamic household. Everybody starts at some level at one of these religions or non-religions, whatever. But as you get on your search for truth, we all meet up together at some point and we'll realize, wait a minute, you was looking for Jesus. You was looking for Krishna. You was looking for Buddha, right? You was looking for Muhammad. Who was you looking? No, Allah. Okay. Who was you looking for? But all of us seem to end up here, right? But even those, it's a very small group who've come out, right? Okay, why do we meet here? Why do we meet here? It's almost like going to the NBA finals or going to the playoffs. It's like going to the playoffs. All of those ones that are able to rise up above the stinking butts, when you finally pull your head out the sand and you rise up above, oh shoot, it's butts everywhere and it stinks up here, we gotta get, and everybody, hey, that's us. Like we done raised our head out the sand, right? We don't see nothing but butts for miles, and every sporadic head, every such and such a distance around you, and all y'all pulling yourself out of it, and y'all all meet together. That's like everybody coming out of the different religions. Hey, what in the world? Okay, all right, what we supposed to do next? It's like those ones that make it to the playoffs, right? It's those teams. You beat everybody else out. Everybody else still got their head in the sand, or they didn't train well enough, or they done made too many mistakes. Well, you need to try it again next season, right? But these few have made it out, and you get into the playoffs, and now they begin to play against one another, and then you get to like the final level, and then you got a winner, right? It's like the winner, just like when a man and a woman having sex, you got all the sperm that come out of man, maybe one, most of the time one. Sometimes you have it where twins break through, or sometimes it's rare that you get, not too rare, but you get triplets or quadruplets, sextuplets, whatever, right? It's like it's the same exact process, y'all, right? Same exact process. So when you get into certain levels of spirituality, right, you have to realize that a lot of the power that has been bestowed, well, how can I say that? A lot of the gifts that have been bestowed on you and given to you as you raise up in height, so you grow spiritually. Now when you get to certain levels, you're being bestowed a lot of those, you're given some of those keys to where you can do it for yourself. Excuse me, when you don't realize it, you walk around here hollering at people, hey, somebody come open this door. Boom, 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 boom. You banging on the door and you got a whole key ring on your hip, right? And you got a key ring to every single one of these doors but you're oblivious to it. You are completely oblivious that you have the keys to all these doors. And you're frustrating yourself. You're pissing people off. Quit that banging out there. Stop banging on my door. Boom, 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 boom. Somebody, you making noise. Hey, somebody better come open this door. Right? You ain't got to do all that. You've been given access, but you don't realize it. You walk around, you hear the keys jangling. Everybody else can hear it. Open the door yourself. You in there. Just get up. You know, that everybody else can hear the keys dangling. Now, you walk around here with access to the doors. Somebody going to come beat your tail and try and take them keys from you, right? Hence, the different things you start having to come up against and blame it on the devil. All this craziness, y'all. Back to the candle and the medallion, right? So they was asking about candle magic, and I didn't respond to it. I really didn't, because it seems to me that the person, and they could be here, they could have been here every day. But if they had been here every day, that would not be a question that you would ask me, right, about the candle magic, right? Because they're interested in candle magic. If you've been here long enough, at least the last month or two, you realize, just from me, what I teach you, I don't use candles. I am the candle. I am pure magic myself. I don't need all this stuff to do, what do you want to call them, incantations. When I speak something, I know it's going to happen. And if it doesn't, I'm aware enough to like, wait a minute, okay, I missed something somewhere. I'm old enough now to go back and be able to double check my work. Right? I'm able to go back and double check my work to see why it didn't happen. Right? I'm not going to sit here and throw fits. Oh my God. Okay, well, if it didn't happen now, the Lord must be saying, wait. What? Baby, you still over there in elementary school? Oh, you in the wrong class. Oh, okay. Down that hall. Swing a hard left. All the way down. Yeah. Miss Johnson's pre-K class. She got a seat for you. Right? You in the wrong place. And that's what I feel like we are. We're not necessarily in kindergarten. It's like we're required to do some of these things, right? We got to do our homework. It's time for us to do our research papers. I mean, we have to take the time. We got to go in and do it. We got to double check our work. The teacher ain't just going to pass you like they do sometimes. And some schools will just push you right along. No, that's not the type of class you are when you enter spiritual school. Ain't nobody just going to push you along. Either you're going to study or you're going to get your tail toe off, right? You ain't going to pass that level. Clearly you won't pass that level, especially if you didn't study. You ain't going to know what to do, right? And if you get shortcuts from people and if you're cheating off of other people's tests, all it takes is the right situation to really bring out, if you really understand that test that you just got an A on, that we know you cheated, we'll pass you. But we know you ain't gonna get past this level because you're gonna have to be able to show your work. And a lot of people who cheat, they don't necessarily take the time to write out all the equations, to write out all the work, especially if it's a really elaborate problem. What's the answer? 20. That's all I need. I don't need none of that other crap. Just give me 24. All right, 24 is the answer, right? But if you got a good teacher, even if they don't tell you, make sure you show your work. A good student will take the time and write it out, especially if it's not time, right? If it's time, and if they'll come back and ask you, okay, well, show your work. If they're good teachers will know, because if you've been paying attention in class, you ask questions, those type of things indicate, okay, you're a little interested in what we're teaching, and you probably did some review. The teacher see you taking notes. All of these things matter. Right, so one student can hand in and just give all the answers, but the teacher, you turn in all your homework. Your homework is always right. You're asking questions. You're engaged in class. I see you taking notes and different things. But this other person, I catch them scrolling on their phone. You missing homework assignments. I'm gonna take that student that just give me straight answers without even showing their work. And it's an A. I'm gonna pass them because I've seen that. I know you know what you're doing. I've watched you. I watched the progress over this last couple weeks, and you turn in your homework. Everything is good. You work it out. I've seen you work on your homework. All these things, right? But you missing assignments. You're scrolling. I got to tell you to take your headphones out your ear. Show me how, and you get an A. You get an A. No, your answers are right, but how did you come to these answers? Like, how to explain to me? Because Me, the teacher, and yes, these are the right answers. But tell me, show me your work for number one. I'll sit here, humor me, right? Let me know that you really know what you're doing, because I'm not buying it right now. Workout number one, right here in front of me. Oh, well, teach, come on, just give me the now. F, right? You done cheated. Good teachers can tell. So that's why I say, the person who asked me that question about candle magic, I'm like, you ain't paying attention to nothing, right? You just give me the answers so I can work this incantation. It ain't really about that, right? Because the whole point, especially even the holy ones, right? Even let's just call the children of Israel, the holy ones, they did what we'll call magic today. Some people don't want to believe it, but they were a magical people. That's what the priesthood was, right? They were magicians. Other cultures called them magicians. They were a priesthood. It's more comfy terms over here, the priesthood, but they were magicians. What were they doing? They were the go-between for humans and the spiritual realm. They were the ones who were doing these different type of things and incantations. Or go to the priest will let you know what to do, right? They were very well versed in herbs and all of these other things, nature, the elements, all of these things, and they called it magic. Some things, now that I understand that, it's not necessarily magic, but to the untrained eye, to somebody that hasn't been taught about it, it looked like magic to you. But that's just that's simple second grade stuff. And that's elements. We ain't even really got to call in spiritual forces for that. We just know how the elements, how they work with one another, right? So the higher you get in your spiritual learning, the more mystical and magical or warlocky or witchcrafty you're going to look to those who aren't studying, right? Because they can't understand those things. So that's why as you grow, especially people that you don't normally interact with on a daily basis, when they say, oh, you a witch, it's just gone about my day. Like, I ain't even gonna waste time arguing with you. Like, I'm really not. But the whole point of us going through this and taking the upper level, first of all, we want to stop circling the mountain, right? Reading through the scriptures. We was doing it for 3 solid years straight. Word for word, right? Word for word. But we were still circling the mountain. We got all the stories. Okay, now let's put into practice what we've really been learning, what these stories have really been teaching us in story form. But if you keep circling the mountain, you'll never see the spiritual principles that's been there the whole time trying to teach you. But only those that are ready for it will begin to see those principles underlying the story. Some people can't get past the stories. They will fight you tooth and nail, fight you to the bloody death just to keep the stories and that the stories were real. Some of them are, some of them not. Old and the new, right? What you gonna do? You gonna sit here and fight about it all your life, or you gonna do something? You gonna grow? Most people just want to fight. I'm on the side that we want to grow. We tired of circling around the mountain. Moses, come on, lead us, help us, teach us, right? We tired of going around the same mountain, right? We want to get into the promised land. Heaven is not up there like most people think. Like in the words of my 7-year-old son. Heaven is not a mommy. Heaven is not up here like most people believe it is. It's in here, right? And until you learn how to go within, you cannot go up. You have to go within to go up, right? Heaven is within you. You are the master. And until that level of awareness sets in that you are the master you're looking for, you're going to keep getting your tail toe off. You're going to keep circling around that mountain. You're going to keep looking for Jesus and somebody to come save you from Babylon till you take your last human breath. And then you're going to do it again. And that's what we're going to end up for today. We ain't going to read my big toe. We got to go. We already at the hour mark. I didn't think I was going to talk this long. But when I was talking, I thought about me and Bella at the store having to get her some bigger stuff. I was like, oh, that'd be good. Let me share this with her. All right. So with that being said, beautiful people, I hope y'all enjoyed the reading for today and my little side stories. Okay. So we're going to move my big toe till tomorrow. And we're going to end this right here today because I got to get the whole tribe up. They still sleep. Alicia! Where you been? We about to end this. All right, y'all. We got to get out of here. Right? Yeah. I wish I had a mic. Hold on. Y'all ain't going to hear that. All right, y'all. Thanks for hanging out with me today while I be a little bit silly. It is Friday, March the 18th, 2022. Day 58 of year 4, reading through the books of the law and the prophets, and of the 4-year consecutive day count, day 1076. Today we read the complete Annunaki Bible tablet M-1, and we read tablet 7 to 9. And that was the last of that particular section. And tomorrow we're going to start tablet N. Hold on. I didn't move it. Let me move my marker. Tomorrow we're going to start tablet N. And tablet N is the Book of Nemesis and the Enuma Elise. All right, y'all. So tomorrow, remember, it's Saturday. Instead of 7:15, you get an extra 15 minutes to not show up. We'll be here 7:30. All right, Saturday and Sunday, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. All right, beautiful people. That's it. Yeah, we must have wore my kids out yesterday. No, nobody's up. I don't even hear footsteps. Nothing. Right? Nothing. Now I gotta go in there like I'll probably pull their clothes and stuff out. I ain't gonna go in there. Boom, boom. Everybody get up. Get up, everybody. I ain't gonna do that to them. I'm gonna let them sleep as long as they possibly can. Probably like another 30 minutes max. They gotta get up and gotta get out of here today. All right. All right, beautiful people. That's it. I'll wait. I'm still debating what we're gonna read in the first half, because we almost done with the complete Annunaki Bible. I'm debating whether we're going to do, like I really want to do the Megillah, but I can't legally do it, right? I'm thinking we're going to do the Oaspi. If we do the Oaspi, we're going to be in there for some months. Y'all saw how big and thick that book was, right? We're going to be there probably for the rest of the year. Where we at? We're going to probably be there for the rest of the year. Possibly. But I'm trying to see if there is another one that I want to squeeze in before we start such a big one. I don't know. I'm debating. There's a couple other I'm looking at to see if it's appropriate to do for the first half, right? I like to do like the meat and potatoes at the first half, like we was doing the Torah, have the Torah at the beginning. I want to keep that form, right? And then like the supplemental reading that helps us with the principles, like the lab part of class, right? That's what my big toe is. And we can talk about the out-of-body experiences and actual meditation on what we're doing to bring a lot of what we're learning, the truth, to light so we can experience it ourselves. Okay. All right. But I'll let y'all know. I'm still debating on what that is. So how we're going to do that. All right. So with that being said, beautiful people, thank y'all for hanging out. Father, thank you. Bless everybody here and teach us how to recognize when we're having a quiz, or you're giving us a quiz, or we might be at the level where it's time to go ahead and give us our test so you can move us to the next level. Help us to be able to take all that we learn and apply it daily to where it becomes a natural part of our life, just like we breathe. So that way we know, and we just move in wisdom. We know how to apply what to which situation, that we can just flow. Thank you. Hallelujah. All right, beautiful people. That's it. And like I feel like I feel a certain type of way, but I don't. You know how we start off when we start with the little, the same thing over and over, and then we end it with the same thing. It's almost like you start class, all right, everybody on the rug, and we do this, and you do a little song for everybody in the nursery class. We do this is how we start our day. We got this little thing, little handshake. Which one? We got this little thing. But it's like when you get older and you get into high school, your teacher ain't doing this. Have a seat, pull out your books. They ain't doing all this to get you hyped up, ready for the day. You got to do that before you come to class, right? To make sure you're already in the right mindset, because we need every minute that we have to go through this. You got a major test coming up. We ain't got time to be doing all the oohs and ahs and dancing how you feel today. Y'all better get that done before you get here, right? That's how I feel like we moving. So it's like, okay, let's just go. Do that before you come and after you come. I'm here to give you information. Take it. Apply it. Let's go. We got to strategize. Boom. Get out there. Go. What you do? Show us how it worked. Right? That's what I feel like. All right. Get out of here, y'all. I love y'all. I see y'all back here tomorrow morning, 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Peace.